वाइड बैंड एफएम क्या होता है? सी, बिफोर डिस्कसिंग द वाइड बैंड एफएम we should have a little information about a mathematical function which is known as the Bessel's function. Bessel's function. So let us now have some knowledge about the Bessel's function first, and then we'll discuss about the wideband FM. Why? Because the wideband FM mathematical expression is going to utilize the Bessel's function definition. So let us now first discuss and have the knowledge about the Bessel's function. The standard definition of the Bessel's function is what? It is given like this: Jx, j of variable x of nth order. This n says it is nth order Bessel's function, and the definition of Bessel's function is given like this: j of x for nth order equals to 1 by 2 pi integration of exponential j x sine theta minus n theta. Integration variable is theta, and the value of theta is varying in between minus pi to plus pi. So the lower limit will be minus pi and upper limit will be plus pi. Here theta is a dummy variable. Why? Because when you integrate it, the variable theta will be replaced with its lower limits as well as upper limits. Hence, it will not come in the mathematical expression of the Bessel's function. So Jx of order n will be defined in terms of two variables only. Variable 1 is x, another variable is its order n, right? So this is the definition of the Bessel's function: 1 by 2 pi integration exponential j x sine theta minus of n theta integration with respect to a variable theta, and the limits of the theta is in between minus pi to plus pi. Okay, so this is the Bessel's function. We are going to have a knowledge of this Bessel's function. Why? Because we are going to use and utilize this definition in the mathematical expression of the wideband FM. So let us now take a look about the general expression of a single tone wideband FM. Single tone wideband FM का जो mathematical expression होता है वो किस तरीके का आपको दिखाई देगा? Let us now take a look about this. So the mathematical expression of single tone wideband FM, S of t defined for wideband FM is equals to AC summation of j of n beta, where n is the order of the Bessel's function. So it is j of beta of the order of n, cos of 2 pi fc plus nfmt, where n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite. So we are going to integrate this expression for all the values of n. N is a discrete variable. So n will have discrete values like 0, 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3, and so on. Okay, so this is the important expression, which is the general expression of the wideband FM. Expression क्या बोलता है? S of t equals to AC summation of j and beta cos of 2 pi fc plus nfm t, where n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite. That means we are going to integrate it for all the values of n. Wideband FM के ज्यादातर क्वेश्चंस इसी फॉर्मूले पर बेस्ड होते हैं, राइट? सो ये एक्सप्रेशन जो है वो आपके सामने तो आ गया है, पर ये एक्सप्रेशन कहां से आया है इसके बारे में भी हमको जानकारी होना जरूरी है. दैट मीन्स वी शुड नो द डेरिवेशन of this mathematical expression as well. But before deriving the mathematical expression of a single tone wideband FM, let us now take a closer look about the Bessel's function and its properties. Bessel's function के बारे में एक 5 मिनट को चर्चा को हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं, then we'll switch over to the derivation part of the single tone wideband FM. So let us now discuss about the properties of the Bessel's function. Properties of J and X. Property number one, which says J and X decreases as n increases. So J0x is greater than J1x. J1x is greater than J2x. J2x is greater than J3x. J3x is greater than J4x, and so on. So as the value of n increases, the value of j and x, the Bessel's function's value will decrease. Okay, so this is property number one. Property number two says j of x for the negative values of n equals to minus 1 power n j of x for all the values of n. That means when the n holds odd value, if n is odd, n की value odd, मतलब 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 like this. In that case, j of minus n x equals to minus times of j n x. Minus 1 की power odd is equals to minus 1. And minus 1 की power even is equals to plus 1. That means when an is even, in that case, minus 1 की power even is plus 1. Hence, j of minus nx will be equals to j n x. So this is the property number 2. Property number 3. Summation of j square of x of order n for all the values of n, that means for n equals to minus infinite to plus infinite, equals to 1. J square x of order n for all the values of n is equals to 1. This is the third and the most important property of the Bessel's function. Okay. Of course, the j and x is a real quantity. Bessel's function is always a real quantity. Okay. It does not have the imaginary part in it. So, अभी आप लोगों के सामने ये जो डेफिनेशन के साथ साथ प्रॉपर्टीज आई हैं, इसको समझने में थोड़ी सी परेशानी आपको आ रही होगी, दुविधा आ रही होगी, तो उस दुविधा को दूर करने के लिए लेट अस नाउ टेक अ लुक अबाउट द ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ द बेसल्स फंक्शन. बेसल्स फंक्शन का ग्राफ जो है वो किस तरह से दिखाई देता है उसको हम देखने की कोशिश करते हैं. सो ऑब्जर्व दिस ग्राफ. दिस इज द बेसल्स फंक्शन ग्राफ वेयर वी हैव two variables. Variable 1 is the axis through which the Bessel's function is changing its values. So the axis is x-axis. So when variable 1 is x, another variable is its order. So j and x, that means it is nth order Bessel's function. Now, if we are fixing the value of the order, that means j0, we are going to have a curve which is represented with the red color in this graph. Observe this curve j0x. Here we have fixed the value of n which is equals to 0. j0x starts with 1 and then it continuously decreases its values as the value of x increases. जैसे जैसे x की वैल्यू को हम बढ़ाते हैं, j0x की वैल्यू कम होती जाती है. j0x की वैल्यू रेड से रिप्रेजेंट किया गया कर्व को ऑब्जर्व करें ठीक से, सिर्फ रेड कर्व को देखें, बाकी किसी कर्व पर हम ध्यान नहीं देंगे. अभी j0x की वैल्यू सबसे पहली बार जो 0 होती है वो कब होती है? फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन द j0x crosses the x-axis, the value of x in this case is equals to 2.4. If you could observe this, this is the first value of the x when j0x crosses the x-axis. j0x की वैल्यू 0 है इस समय पर. कब 0 है? जब x की वैल्यू पहली बार कब आई है? 2.4 के बराबर. इसके बाद J0x की वैल्यू नेगेटिव साइड में जाती है और नेगेटिव पीक लगभग 0.5 माइनस ऑफ 0.5 के आसपास बनाने के बाद फिर ये पॉजिटिव होना स्टार्ट होती है और दूसरी बार J0x की वैल्यू 0 होती है। ये कब होती है? x की किस वैल्यू पर 0 होती है? पहली बार हुआ था 2.4 पर 0, दूसरी बार J0x की वैल्यू आपको 0 दिखाई देगी। दैट मीन्स इट विल क्रॉस द x एक्सिस when the value of x is equals to 5.6 and then it goes into the positive direction. Again it made it peak near about 0.25 0.3 and then again ये negative direction में जाना start करती है और उसके बाद फिर x एक्सिस को क्रॉस करती है। x एक्सिस को क्रॉस करते वक्त x की वैल्यू क्या होगी? तीसरी बार जब J0x आपको 0 मिलेगा उस वक्त x की वैल्यू क्या होगी? इट विल बी नियर अबाउट 8.7. So we have three values like 2.4, 5.6, 8.7, and these are the values of x when the J0x crosses the x-axis. When the J0x becomes 0, the values of x will be like 2.4, 5.6, 8.7 and so on. This is point number 1. Point number 2. Let us now change the order of the Bessel's function. So let us now focus on J1x. Switch our discussion and try to visualize the curve which is in the purple color. J1x के कर्व को आप विजुलाइज करने की कोशिश करें, देखने की कोशिश करें, फोकस करें। बाकी सभी कर्व को फिलहाल आप नहीं देखें। तो J1x ऑब्जर्व करेंगे आप तो पाएंगे कि J1x की जो वैल्यू है वो स्टार्ट होती है 0 से। इसी तरीके से जो J2x है, जो कर्व दिया गया है ब्लू कलर में, इसकी वैल्यू भी स्टार्ट होती है 0 से। सेम वे J3x, J4x, J5x, 6, 7, 8 n की कोई भी वैल्यू ले लीजिए अदर देन 0, व्हेन द x इज इक्वल्स टू 0 द बेसल्स फंक्शन इज इक्वल्स टू 0। आप मैथमेटिक्स से भी ऑब्जर्व कर पाएंगे। मैथमेटिकल जो बेसल्स फंक्शन की हमने डेफिनेशन देखी है 1/2 पाई इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ एक्सपोनेंशियल j x sin theta minus of n theta for the integration variable theta where theta is varying for minus pi to plus pi. When you put n equals to 0, you will observe the value of J0x at x equals to 0 is equals to 1. But for all the other values of n, that means n की वैल्यू 1 से लेके infinite तक कुछ भी ले लीजिए other than 0, when you put the value of x equals to 0, you are going to get the Bessel's function definition as equals to 0. So this is the observation that you can verify in the mathematical definition as well. So ये दूसरा ऑब्जर्वेशन जो आपने ऑब्जर्व किया है बेसल्स फंक्शन के ग्राफ को देखते हुए, वो ये है कि J0x की वैल्यू 1 से स्टार्ट होती है एंड रेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द बेसल्स फंक्शंस ऑफ द डिफरेंट ऑर्डर्स will be starting its value for x equals to 0. X equals to 0, j and x equals to 0. Observation third that you can carry out is if you observe J0x with the J1x, you can check the peak point is lower as compared to the previous order Bessel's function. J2x is lesser as compared to J1x. Same way J3x is lesser than J2x. J4x is lesser than J3x. J5x is lesser than J4x. Hence, J0x is greater than J1x, is greater than J2x, is greater than J3x. This is the property number 1, which says as the value of n increases, the Bessel's function's value decreases. Right? So I hope we are clear and have some information about the Bessel's functions now. Start करते हैं derivation part of the mathematical expression of the single tone wideband FM signal. So let us recollect the general expression of the single tone FM wave. Single tone FM mathematical expression was given like this: AC cos of 2 pi fct plus beta sine 2 pi fmt. This was the mathematical expression of an FM signal defined for a single tone message signal where beta is the modulation index and the value of beta is kf am by fm. Okay, याद करते हैं यूलर्स थ्योरम को. यूलर्स थ्योरम says exponential of j theta can be written as cos of theta plus j sin theta. From this, we can conclude that the cos of theta is actually the real part of exponential j theta, and sin theta is actually the imaginary part of exponential j theta. Right? So, the above expression of S of fmt, which is AC cos of 2 pi fct plus beta sine 2 pi fmt, is actually what? AC real part of exponential j theta. It is actually AC cos of theta. AC cos of theta को हम लिख सकते हैं AC real part of exponential j theta. Right? So I'm rewriting this expression of the modulated waveform, FM modulated waveform, as this. S of fmt, I'm now going to write it like AC real part of exponential j theta, where theta is what? Theta is 2 pi fct plus beta sine 2 pi fmt. Right? I will multiply this j into the bracket, each terms of the bracket. So this will be written like AC real part of exponential j 2 pi fct multiplying with exponential j beta sine 2 pi fmt, and this is given equation number 1. This is our equation number 1. आगे की जो कहानी है, उस पूरी कहानी में हम लोगों का जो फोकस रहने वाला है वो रहने वाला है इस एक्सपोनेंशियल जे बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफ एम टी, इसको बेसल्स फंक्शन के टर्म्स में डिफाइन करने का. सो वी नाउ आर गोइंग टू डिफाइन द एक्सप्रेशन विच इज एक्सपोनेंशियल जे बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफ एम टी इन टर्म्स ऑफ बेसल्स फंक्शन. दिस विल बी आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव. आएगा क्या एक्सप्रेशन वो मैं आपको बता देता हूं. दैट एक्सप्रेशन विल बी दिस एक्सपोनेंशियल जे बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफ एम टी विल बी लाइक समेशन ऑफ जे एन बीटा एक्सपोनेंशियल जे एन 2 पाई एफ एम टी फॉर ऑल द वैल्यूज ऑफ एन. बट ये आएगा कैसे, उसको अब हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. ठीक है. सो वी आर नाउ गोइंग टू डिस्कस द पार्ट वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू डिफाइन दिस term which is exponential j beta sine 2 pi fmt in terms of the Bessel's function. Okay, so see, as we know, this expression like exponential j beta sine 2 pi fmt is a continuous time periodic signal with a time period of 1 by fm. Right? Let me write this. Since exponential j beta sine 2 pi fmt is a continuous periodic signal with the time period t, and the time period is defined as what? Defined as 1 by fm. Hence, any periodic signal which is continuous in nature can be expressed with the help of a Fourier series. Signal system में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा हुआ है, right? So, since this is a continuous periodic signal which has a finite time period, therefore we can write this mathematical expression with the help of a Fourier series. Okay, so we are now going to do this. This Fourier series is used to find the frequency analysis of the continuous periodic signal. So the exponential Fourier series क्या होती थी, याद करें उसको. Fourier series का एक्सप्रेशन हम कैसे लिखते थे? x of t equals to, yes, याद कीजिए, x of t equals to summation of cn exponential jn omega naught t for all the values of n. That means n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite, and this is given with the equation number 2. Here we have a constant frequency, and that frequency omega naught is equals to 2 pi by capital T. Capital T is the time period of the signal. ये फॉर्मूला फोरियर सीरीज का आपको याद होना चाहिए. x of t is given as summation of Cn exponential jn omega naught t, where n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite. Omega naught is the angular frequency. What is Cn? Cn is the exponential Fourier series coefficient, right? So this is Fourier series coefficient. और इसको भी हम लोग मैथमेटिक्स की मदद से डिफाइन किए हैं. And the definition of Cn is what? I hope you all remember. If x of t is exponential j beta sine 2 pi fm t, Cnt is defined as, Cnt किस तरह से डिफाइन किया गया था? Cn is defined as 1 by t integration of x of t exponential minus of jn omega naught t dt. Integration variable is time t, and here t changes its limits in between minus t by 2 to plus t by 2. This was the complex coefficient of the exponential Fourier series. I hope you remember this definition of Fourier series. X of t was defined in terms of Cn, and Cn was defined in terms of x of t, right? So इसमें हम लोग अब अपनी एनालिसिस स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं फॉर कंटिन्यूअस पीरियोडिक सिग्नल. तो हम मान के चलते हैं जो हमारा पीरियोडिक सिग्नल है एक्सपोनेंशियल जे बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफएम टी, इट इज द कंटिन्यूअस पीरियोडिक सिग्नल विच इज एक्स ऑफ टी. सो एक्स ऑफ टी इज एक्सपोनेंशियल जे बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफएम टी. ऐसा होने पर Cn की वैल्यू क्या होगी? So I will replace the value of x of t as exponential j beta sine 2 pi fm t in the above expression of Cn. Cn will be 1 by capital T. Since the time period is 1 by fm, so it is 1 by fm integration of exponential xt की जगह रखेंगे exponential j beta sine 2 pi fm t multiplying with exponential minus of jn omega naught is 2 pi fm t. Integration variable is time t dt, and time t is integrated within the duration of minus 1 by 2 fm to plus 1 by 2 fm. Why? Because it is minus t by 2 to plus t by 2. Since capital T is 1 by fm, so the integration limit will be minus 1 by 2 fm to plus 1 by 2 fm. करेक्ट है. नाउ इन दिस एक्सप्रेशन हम लोग j कॉमन ले लेते हैं. एक्सपोनेंशियल j बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफएम टी मल्टीप्लाइंग विद एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस जे एन साइन 2 पाई एफएम टी. तो इसमें हम j कॉमन ले लेते हैं. सो व्हेन वी डू दिस, व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू गेट? एक्सपोनेंशियल j ब्रैकेट में आएगा बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफएम टी माइनस ऑफ n 2 पाई एफएम टी. सो द Cn will become like this. Cn is 1 by fm is fm integration of exponential j ब्रैकेट में आएगा बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफएम टी माइनस ऑफ n 2 पाई एफएम टी and bracket close. Integration variable is time t and the limits are minus 1 by 2 fm to plus 1 by 2 fm, right? So we now need to deal with this integration only. We now need to make this expression a simpler one, और उसको सॉल्व करेंगे. इसको सॉल्व करने का जो तरीका आपको अच्छा लग सकता है उसको आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं. We'll be solving it with a small substitution where we are going to replace the value of 2 pi fm t with a variable theta. So solve this integration, we'll substitute and replace the value of 2 pi fm t as theta. So this is our substitution. Theta is equals to 2 pi fm t. ऐसा करने पर हमको वेरिएबल जो इंटीग्रेशन वेरिएबल है dt उसको भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा. सो व्हेन यू डिफरेंशिएट थीटा इक्वल्स टू 2 pi fm t, differentiate both the sides, you will get d theta equals to 2 pi fm dt, right? एंड चूंकि आप वेरिएबल चेंज करेंगे तो इंटीग्रेशन लिमिट्स भी अकॉर्डिंगली चेंज होने वाली हैं. सो व्हेन द इंटीग्रेशन लिमिट्स ऑफ टाइम was the lower limit as minus 1 by 2 fm, and when you change the variable from t to theta, the value of theta lower limit will be minus of pi, right? Theta equals to 2 pi fm t. Replace the value of t as minus 1 by 2 fm. So 2 fm will be adjusted from the numerator and denominator. You are going to get theta equals to minus pi. So this will be your lower limit, and the upper limit will be adjusted according to the value of t, which is equals to 1 by 2 fm. When t equals to 1 by 2 fm, theta will be equals to pi. So now we are going to adjust the values and substitute the adjustments, the values that we have taken into our consideration. Cn will now be written as, Cn को हम कैसे लिखेंगे? Fm will be written as it is. Integration of exponential j beta sine 2 pi fm t will be written as theta. So it is sine theta minus of n 2 pi fm t will be written as theta. So it is n theta. In place of dt, dt की जगह क्या लिखेंगे हम? d theta divided by 2 pi fm. So it is d theta divided by 2 pi fm. So 2 pi fm is a constant value, hence it will come out, and the integration limits will be changed accordingly. So integration limits will be with respect to the value of theta. So theta is in between minus pi to plus pi, right? fm न्यूमरेटर डिनोमिनेटर एडजस्ट किया जाएगा, तो cn की वैल्यूज को आप लिखेंगे 1 by 2 pi. cn की वैल्यू आएगी 1 by 2 pi इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ exponential j beta sin theta minus n theta. Integration variable is theta, and the values of theta is varying in between minus pi to plus pi. And this is what? This is the definition of the Bessel's function. याद करें, Bessel's function was defined like this only. The Bessel's function was defined like this: jnx equals to 1 by 2 pi integration minus pi to plus pi exponential j x sin theta minus of n theta, right? So this was the jnx. तो यहां पर x की जगह क्या लिखा हुआ है? बीटा. इस एक्सप्रेशन में आपको x की जगह लिखा हुआ दिखाई देगा बीटा, right? So in place of jnx, this is the expression of jn beta. So this is cn is nothing but equals to the Bessel's function jn beta. cn is equals to jn beta, और ये वैल्यू जो cn की है, that I am going to write in the equation number 2. इक्वेशन नंबर 2 क्या था? इक्वेशन नंबर 2 था हमारा x of t, जिसमें हमने फोरियर सीरीज को डिफाइन किया था. x of t equals to summation of cn exponential jn omega naught t, where n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite. So cn की वैल्यू को आप रिप्लेस कर दीजिए. x of t, that means exponential j beta sin 2 pi fm t equals to summation of jn beta multiplying with exponential j n 2 pi fm t, where n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite. This is the value of exponential j beta sin 2 pi fm t in terms of Bessel's function. तो हमने जहां शुरुआत की थी, मैंने आपको बताया था कि हम लोग इस एक्सप्रेशन को, विच इज एक्सपोनेंशियल j beta sin 2 pi fm t, को हम लोग डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ Bessel's function. We have done this. We have defined the expression of exponential j beta sin 2 pi fm t in terms of the Bessel's function. Now I will put this in the equation number 1. ये जो वैल्यू है इसको हम इक्वेशन नंबर 1 में रखेंगे. इक्वेशन नंबर 1 जो था वो क्या था? That was AC real part of exponential j 2 pi fct multiplying with exponential j beta sin 2 pi fm t. So in place of exponential j beta sine 2 pi fmt, I'll write this expression which is defined in terms of Bessel's function. So S of fmt or wideband fmt will now be written like this: AC, real part of exponential j 2 pi fct multiplying with एक्सपोनेंशियल जे बीटा साइन 2 पाई एफ एम टी को अब मैं लिखने वाला हूं समेशन ऑफ जे एन बीटा मल्टीप्लाइंग विथ एक्सपोनेंशियल जे एन 2 pi एफ एम टी वेयर एन varies from minus infinite to plus infinite, right? Okay, now since this exponential j 2 pi fct is actually a constant value which is independent of n, so I can take it in the integration as well. इसको हम इंटीग्रेशन के अंदर लेके जाते हैं और एक्सपोनेंशियल के साथ क्लब कर लेते हैं. सो व्हेन वी डू दिस इट विल बिकम AC, रियल पार्ट ऑफ समेशन ऑफ j and beta exponential j 2 pi fc plus nfm t, and n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite. That means we are integrating it for all the values of n. So यूलर्स थ्योरम को याद करें. यूलर्स थ्योरम क्या था? Euler's theorem says cos of theta is actually the real part of exponential j theta. So this is the real part of exponential j theta, where j and beta is actually the Bessel's function. So real part of exponential j theta, I am going to write it in terms of cos only. So when I write it in terms of cos only, the expression of wideband FM will be like S of wideband FMT will be like AC, summation of n varies from minus infinite to plus infinite, j and beta cos of 2 pi fc plus nfmt. This is exponential j theta, which will be equals to cos of theta. So real part of exponential j theta is cos of theta, where theta is 2 pi fc plus nfmt. So this is how we are going to get the mathematical expression of a single tone wideband FM signal. Let us now try to analyze what all the components of a wideband FM consists of. Wideband FM mathematical expression के अंदर कौन कौन से components हैं. तो इसको analyze करने के लिए we are going to take the different values of n. Since we have a summation n equals to minus infinite to plus infinite, we are going to open it for the different values of n. So first we are going to take the value as n equals to 0. When we take the value n equals to 0, what we are going to get? J 0 beta into cos 2 pi fc t, because n is 0, right? Then we'll sum it. When we take the values of n as plus 1 and minus 1, when we take plus 1, it will be j1 beta cos of 2 pi fc plus fmt, and when we take minus 1, it will become j minus 1 beta cos of 2 pi fc minus fmt. Then we'll observe it for n equals to plus 2 as well as minus 2. For plus 2, it will be j2 beta cos of 2 pi fc plus 2 fmt, and for minus 2, it is j of minus 2 beta cos of 2 pi fc minus 2 fmt. So this is how we are going to expand this summation, and we are going to get the different components of the wideband FM, single tone wideband FM. Since we are going to get the infinite number of components, hence if we define the bandwidth of this wideband FM as infinite. देखेंगे स्पेक्ट्रम को ऑब्जर्व करते वक्त. So in the analysis, you can observe the mathematical expression of S of wideband FMT for the different values of n. So when we take n equals to 0, we are going to get AC j0 beta cos of 2 pi fct, because nfmt is 0 because n is equals to 0. When we take n equals to 1, we are going to get AC j1 beta cos of 2 pi fc plus fmt plus n equals to minus 1. So AC j minus 1 beta cos 2 pi fc minus fmt. plus take n equals to 2 AC J2 beta cos 2 pi FC plus 2 FMT n equals to minus 2 plus AC J minus 2 beta cos of 2 pi FC minus 2 FMT plus n equals to 3 n equals to minus 3 n equals to 4 n equals to minus 4 5 minus 5 6 minus 6 सो ऑन चलता जाएगा इनफाइनाइट तक. और जब ये चलता जाएगा इनफाइनाइट तक तो इसका मतलब यू आर गोइंग टू हैव द इनफाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ कंपोनेंट्स. दैट मींस यू आर गोइंग टू हैव अ carrier frequency component which is AC J0 beta cos 2 pi FCT as well as the other components which are situated at FC plus FM, FC minus FM, FC plus 2 FM, FC minus 2 FM, FC plus 3 FM, FC minus 3 FM, right? So when you draw the spectrum of this wideband FM, single tone wideband FM, you are going to observe the impulses because of the different components. Let us take the first component into our observation. First component is AC J0 beta cos 2 pi FCT. इसका जब स्पेक्ट्रम ऑब्जर्व करेंगे, what you are going to get? Impulses. One at FC, another at minus FC. But the strength of that impulse will be what? It will be AC J0 beta divided by 2. Right? So both the impulses will have the same strength as AC J0 beta divided by 2. Correct? Observe this second component, which is n equals to 1. In this, again, cos of 2 pi FC plus FMT. That means you are going to get two impulses, FC plus FM minus times of FC plus FM. And the strength of each impulses will be AC J1 beta divided by 2. Right? Same way, third expression, which is because of minus 1. Impulse will be observed at FC minus FM with the strength of AC J minus 1 beta divided by 2. Right? So this is how you are going to get the n number of impulses where n is equals to infinite. So this is the spectrum that you are going to observe in case of the wideband FM, which is a single tone in nature, right? This is because of the first component, AC J0 beta cos 2 pi FCT. Impulse will be observed at the frequency FC with the strength AC J0 beta divided by 2, right? This will be observed because of the second component, which is AC J1 beta cos 2 pi FC plus FMT. Impulse will be observed at the frequency FC plus FM, and the strength will be AC J1 beta divided by 2. This because of 3. FC minus FM पर impulse observe किया जाएगा with the strength of AC J minus 1 beta divided by 2. Right? Same way FC plus 2 FM and FC minus 2 FM, FC plus 3 FM and FC minus 3 FM. और ये चलता जाएगा for all the values of n where n varies from infinite, from 0 to infinite. Right? The same impulses will be observed at the negative frequencies as well. But we are not talking right now in our consideration. We are not considering those frequencies right now. So if someone asks you what is the bandwidth of the wideband FM signal, you will say the maximum frequency components lie at the infinite frequency and the minimum frequency component which is lying at the zero frequency, hence the bandwidth is equals to infinite. So wideband FM की जो bandwidth होती है वो infinite होती है. Ideal bandwidth, actual bandwidth is infinite, but practical bandwidth को define करने के लिए कार्सन ने कोई रूल दिया है और उस रूल को हम आने वाले समय में पढ़ने वाले हैं. So point number 1 is the wideband FM consists of, मिलकर बनी होती है, किन किन चीजों से मिलकर बनी होती है? Carrier frequency component which consists at frequency FC. Impulse एक FC पर था, आपको याद है, और उस impulse का strength था AC J0 beta divided by 2. Correct? Apart from the carrier frequency component, it has infinite number of upper sideband as well as infinite number of lower sideband, right? FC के राइट हैंड साइड पर इन्फिनिट नंबर ऑफ कंपोनेंट्स आएंगे, लाइक FC plus FM, FC plus 2FM, FC plus 3FM, FC plus 4FM. These all components are the upper sideband components. As well as you are going to add the infinite number of lower sidebands, because we are going to get the impulses at the frequencies like FC minus FM, FC minus 2FM, FC minus 3FM, and so on. So the wideband FM not only consists of a carrier frequency component, but also it has the infinite number of upper sideband as well as infinite number of lower sidebands, which you have observed while discussing the spectrum of the wideband FM earlier. Okay. Second point, actual bandwidth of the wideband FM is infinite, since it has infinite number of components and the highest frequency component lies at infinite, lowest frequency component lies at 0. Hence, the bandwidth will be infinite. But practical bandwidth will not be infinite. Correct na? Okay. Third point, for the wideband FM, the strength of the higher order sidebands goes on decreasing. Higher order sideband का जो वो strength है, that will keep on decreasing. Why? Because property number 1, which says J0 beta is greater than J1 beta is greater than J2 beta is greater than J3 beta. Observe this spectrum. AC J0 beta, the frequency which lies at the frequency FC, since it has J0 beta, hence the value of J0 beta is always greater than the value of J1 beta. So the component which lies at FC plus FM or FC minus FM, it contains J1 beta. So J1 beta का जो impulse का strength है, वो हमेशा क्या होने वाला है? कम होने वाला है ना J0 beta से. This is the properties of Bessel's function. Same way, J2 beta की वैल्यू J1 beta से कम होने वाली है, तो J2 beta जो है उसका impulse का strength J1 beta के impulse के strength से कम होने वाला है. ऐसे ही J3 beta जो है इसका impulse का strength J2 beta के impulse के strength से कम होने वाला है. Why? Because it consists J3 beta. So as we keep on increasing the value of n, since the Bessel's function value decreases, the strength of the upper sidebands keep on decreasing. Last point, which says for a wideband FM, lower order sidebands are said to be significant sideband and the higher order sidebands are insignificant. Order से मतलब है n, nth order. मैंने आपको बताया था jn beta का मतलब है we are talking about the nth order. Jn beta means it is the nth order function. So as the value of n is small, the sidebands which are created for the small values of n have the significant values in the spectrum, but the values of n increases. So when the value of n increases, if we have the higher values of n, it will produce the insignificant sideband components. So कार्सन्स रूल्स को इसी तरीके से डिफाइन किया गया है. उसमें बताया गया है कि सिग्निफिकेंट कंपोनेंट जो है वो कहां कहां तक लाई करेंगे. When the value of n is small, that means we are talking about the lower order sidebands, and these lower order sidebands have significant values while discussing about the bandwidth of the wideband FM. All the other sidebands which have the higher order, that means when the value of n is high, in that case the sideband does not have a significant value. So those sidebands will not be in the consideration when we are talking about the bandwidth of the wideband FM. So this is all about the wideband FM.